a tragic benchmark in Alberta.
This is heartbreaking. This is what we've been, really hoping the situation wouldn't get to.
A newborn baby dead from measles. Political endorsement. Calgary's police union backs a slate of candidates. And too many dogs.
Our priority right now is to find these dogs a great home.
A bargain at Calgary's animal shelter.
CTV Calgary, local breaking news with Ian White.
Good afternoon. We begin with heartbreaking news. Alberta has its first measles death, and it's a baby born prematurely after the mother contracted the highly contagious disease. Mark Villani joins us with more details. And Mark, this is the second measles death in Canada this year, and the circumstances are similar.
Yeah, that's right, Ian. This is incredibly sad news. The province says the child died shortly after being born prematurely. Back in June, Ontario had a similar case where a baby died shortly after being born prematurely from a mother who was also infected with measles. Now, Alberta's Health Minister, Adriana LaGrange, sent out her condolences to the family, saying she, quote, hoped this moment would not come. LaGrange says measles during pregnancy can lead to serious complications, including miscarriage, preterm birth, and stillbirth. Now, she's encouraging anyone that planning to get pregnant to ensure they've received 2 doses of the MMR vaccine prior to conception. Alberta has over 1,900 confirmed cases of the measles since March. That's still the highest on a per capita basis in North America. Health experts have been warning about the seriousness of this outbreak for months and sounding the alarm over low vaccination rates.
We don't know whether the individual involved could have been vaccinated or for other medical reasons may not have been able to be vaccinated. But we know that if numbers are high enough in the community as a whole, we can garner herd protection. So, this is the textbook disease where we need to be proactive. We need to be preventative.
Now, nearly 90% of the province's measles cases have been in unvaccinated patients. The province is also encouraging anyone born in 1970 or later to ensure they have 2 doses of the vaccine.
Mark, thanks very much. A hired hitman was sentenced for murder today in a botched contract killing that left a Calgary woman dead and her husband, the intended target, seriously injured. Michael Arnold was sentenced to life in prison with no chance of parole for 18 years in the second-degree murder of Nikita Barron and 16 years for the attempted murder of Talal Fouani. In August of 2022, the couple were shot in their vehicle in the southwest community of Evergreen. Video shows Arnold approach the Bentley disguised in construction gear while walking a dog before opening fire into the car. Court heard Arnold was hired by an unidentified third party to kill Fouani, who had been charged weeks before in a money laundering investigation and didn't initially know Barron was in the vehicle. He will serve both sentences simultaneously. Calgary police are asking for help finding this man. David Carlton DeVoe is wanted for arson. The 49-year-old is accused of setting a Northeast deli on fire in July. An 18-year-old has also been charged. A Calgary political party earned an endorsement from the Calgary Police Association as public safety issues arrive on the campaign trail. Jordan Canagan is near the City Hall C-train station. In Jordan, businesses are calling for help as candidates pitch their plans.
And Ian, when you look at public surveys and speak to the people vying for votes in the upcoming election, they say what they're hearing is public safety is the biggest issue that needs to be addressed by the next mayor and council. And today, it was a group of candidates earning the backing of the union representing police officers here in the city. The Calgary Police Association officially endorsing all 10 communities' first candidates, including Sonia Sharp for mayor, in what he called an unprecedented move. The union president saying they support the party because Communities First is pledging to put more boots on the ground. That party wants to hire 500 additional new officers in Calgary over 4 years if elected. It would cost tens of millions of dollars, but Sonia Sharp says they would figure out where that money would come from afterwards. Mayoral candidate Jeff Davison is also promising 200 more officers, and those those proposed plans come as the Chamber of Commerce reports nearly 3/4 of business owners want to see more done to address safety concerns.
Safety is top of mind for businesses in Calgary for several reasons. It impacts their ability to attract labor. It impacts their ability to attract customers. They're often left paying for damages and overall are impacted by the level of vibrancy across the city.
Now, the Chamber says it also wants to see the city offer small grants for businesses to improve lighting around those businesses, especially downtown. They also want to see expanded homelessness and addiction supports. They also want to see creation of a police report tracking app. Now, a reminder, advanced voting starts on Monday. Yeah.
Thanks, Jordan. The Calgary Foundation's latest quality of life report shows nearly 9 in 10 residents say this is a good place to live. That's up 9 percentage points from last year. 2/3 now rate their quality of life as good or excellent. But it's a different story after dark, and especially downtown. Just 27% of Calgarians overall feel safe in the core at night. 41% of men and only 13% of women, and plunging to just 7% of seniors.
We've only been studying this downtown core question for the last couple of years, but that it has increased. Concerns around safety have increased this year. Definitely if you are in a more marginalized group, for instance, if you are a senior, if you're a person living with a disability, and also if you're a woman, your degree of feeling safe is lower than the average.
The report also shows food insecurity is growing. 28% of Calgarians used community food services this past year. The survey is based on responses from 1,000 residents with a margin of error of plus or minus 3 points, 19 times out of 20. Thousands of healthcare workers are in the midst of contract negotiations with the province, and they coordinated a province-wide rally this afternoon. The Health Sciences Association of Alberta held a day of unity. The union is calling for better working conditions, efforts for staff retention, and a wage increase to keep up with the cost of living. 22,000 members are employed by Alberta Health Services. Contract negotiations are underway. Members work in a variety of positions within the healthcare system, including paramedics, diagnostic technicians, and hospital pharmacists.
Yeah, I've been a practicing pharmacist for 10 years now, and I haven't had a realistic wage increase, so I'd be really appreciated to have a wage increase to match the work that I'm doing. Yes, yeah, try practicing medicine without medications. You can't. So you need pharmacy technicians, pharmacy assistants, and pharmacists.
The province says it's committed to reaching a fair and fiscally responsible agreement that supports healthcare workers and protects taxpayers. Tomorrow is the last day of classes before a potential province-wide teachers' strike. The province is asking teachers to return to the negotiating table. The union says it's open to meeting, but so far there's been no movement to reopen bargaining. If a deal is not reached over the weekend, teachers will walk off the job at 12:01 a.m. on Monday. Calgary Animal Services says its shelter is overflowing with dogs, and it's holding an adoption event this weekend to ease the pressure. The city agency says it has 75 dogs in its care, a number staff call uncomfortably full. To free up space, it's offering adoptions at a steep discount. For $100, adopters get a dog that's been spayed or neutered, vaccinated, microchipped, and licensed for a year.
Our regular price is $225, and even that is a great value when you get the dog and all of that added value included. Our priority right now is to find these dogs a great home.
The city's dog adoption event runs until Saturday at the Animal Services Center, 2201 Portland Street Southeast. Danielle joins us now from the South Health Campus. And you know, Danielle, if you had a dog to walk, today would be a pretty good day to do it.
Today would be a beautiful day to do it. Winds are calm, temperatures are warm, and you know what? We're not going to have this weather for much longer. As we all know, we're in October now, so we're going to start to cool down, especially for the weekend, so take advantage of this, absolutely. All right, let's take a look outside because we do have some blue sky. We also have a decent amount of cloud cover that has started to push in. 17 degrees is the temperature at the airport, and again, winds are calm, just at 11 kilometers per hour. When we look at those next 24 hours, keep in mind it's that time of year where we dip to those single digits in the overnight hours, which means a cool start once again to tomorrow morning, 7 degrees at 8 a.m. Lots of sunshine throughout the day tomorrow. The clouds will likely not move in once again tomorrow until the supper hours, much like today. A high 19 expected, so it's another warm one. But then after that, you will certainly notice a significant cool down, which we'll talk about a little later in the show. All right, midnight tomorrow is the bonus prize deadline in the Hospital Home Lottery. You could win the Mercedes and Malta bonus prize or take $150,000 cash. Wow. Get your tickets before midnight tomorrow at calgaryhospitalhomelottery.com. Ian?
Thanks, Danielle. Pipelines are once again a subject of debate in Canada. Next, First Nations in BC offer their views on a proposed pipeline to the West Coast. And back to the wild, efforts to make sure burrowing owls thrive once they're free. British Columbia coastal First Nations are expressing their frustration with a new pipeline proposal by the Alberta government. The province wants to jumpstart the project with taxpayers' money and help from 3 Canadian energy companies. But First Nations leaders along potential routes say they're already against any new crude pipeline, calling the idea a non-starter. Many chiefs believe the environmental impact isn't worth the economic gain, and they hope laws like the tanker ban are never repealed.
So-called consultation declaration on the part of Premier Smith is bogus. Our groups are already beginning to mobilize for the battle coming. My message to her is go home, stay home, forget about it. Not going to happen.
The province says it spoke with Indigenous leaders in both BC and Alberta earlier this week and that there was more support than officials had anticipated. They insist the pipeline can be developed responsibly. Deloitte Canada says the global oil industry is in a downturn, but expansion of the Trans Mountain pipeline has helped Canadian producers. A report from Deloitte says Trans Mountain has given oil companies incentive to expand production and reduce their reliance on pipelines in the U.S. It says the pipeline is at 80 to 85% of capacity. It's forecasting oil prices in the $65 U.S. a barrel range next year, rising to $71 U.S. by 2030. More than 70% of Canadian crude production comes from the oil sands. Once again, Danielle joins us from the South Health Campus. I'm sure you'll explain why you're there. It's not to get medical advice, though, right?
Not for me personally, no, Ian. Correct. All right, so I'm actually joined by Dr. Rupi Sandhu here. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
And because you asked this question, Ian, very good question, by the way, we're going to jump right in here. And you have an alarming fact for us.
Well, cardiovascular disease in women is an urgent and often overlooked crisis. Every 16 minutes, a woman in Canada dies of cardiovascular disease, and it remains the leading cause of premature death in women worldwide. We are just so excited to work in partnership with the Calgary Health Foundation and the Hospital Home Lottery to build a state-of-the-art clinic to deliver cardiovascular care for women in southern Alberta. Currently, only one such clinic exists in all of Western Canada.
Oh, wow.
So our clinic is going to deliver comprehensive care for women who are at risk or have suffered from cardiovascular disease by a team of experts who deal with the heart conditions that are more common or disproportionately affect women. They're going to focus on prevention, but we're going to look at the whole body. So we have mental health experts, dietitian, and social work support. Importantly, The women will have access to diagnostic testing so we can identify those heart conditions that go unrecognized every day. And our clinic has the opportunity to really lead in terms of research, to answer those questions about what is the best treatment for women. Currently, we don't really know that. All of our research has been based on decades and decades of trials that have enrolled men. And we all know that men and women are different.
This is incredible. So this clinic is very important to our community, and this is why you need to get your tickets to the Calgary Hospital Home Lottery. All right, because in addition to supporting our community for this kind of clinic, you could also win a Mercedes-Benz and a trip to Malta. You have to get your tickets by midnight tomorrow at calgaryhospitalhomelottery.com. All right, let's talk about the weather. I mean, we've been winning in the weather, haven't we, so far? Anyway, if you like the warmer temperatures. 19 degrees in Medicine Hat, 18 Lethbridge and Milk River, 17 in Calgary. Pretty toasty for the beginning of October for sure. We still have this flow out of the southwest. It's been pushing some cloud cover in. So yes, we're cloudy at times, sunny at times, and this is the story in through the rest of today. Winds are relatively calm today compared to yesterday in most communities, and tomorrow we're looking at a whole lot of sunshine. So this is a shot of tomorrow. We'll be basically in between two systems. The key thing is tomorrow night. So tomorrow night we have a cold front that will swipe through, and that's going to usher in a much cooler air mass that you will definitely notice and feel by the time we get into the weekend. It will also spark up some instability too. So showers are possible and higher elevations closer to Lake Louise, Jasper. Could even see some wet snow mixed in with this as well. So everywhere else looks like a rain event. Down QE2 and then down Highway 2. So we are looking at showers that will kick into Saturday. So looking at your long-range forecast, 19 degrees for tomorrow, still a bright day. Late in the day around the supper hours, the clouds will push in. And then by Saturday, temperatures will cool, and we have that good chance of showers at times as well. Check out your overnight low Saturday night, -2, which means a very chilly start to Sunday morning, and Sunday in the afternoon, only getting up to a high of 9. All right, midnight tomorrow is the bonus prize deadline in the Hospital Home Lottery. You could win the Mercedes and Malta bonus prize or take $150,000 cash. Get your tickets before midnight tomorrow at calgaryhospitalhomelottery.com.
Thanks, Danielle. It's the time of year when there's a hiring spree. Just ahead, how many people Amazon plans to hire in Calgary for the holiday season and how much they'll be paid. The company that owns CTV is planning a venture into satellite cell services. Joining me is Liana Wachniak, investment advisor with the Popowich-Karmali Advisory Group. So, Liana, what happened in the markets today?
Well, Ian, it was an interesting day today, and we saw fresh record closes on both the TSX and the S&P 500. Now, the S&P was led by some of those technology stocks. We saw a jump in the semiconductor index today, so some of those semiconductor chip makers really pulling the market higher, even in the weight of some of the uncertainty around the shutdown in the U.S. government and the lack of data that is currently coming out of the U.S. Remember, the U.S. Fed does use these numbers that the Bureau of Labor Statistics, amongst other agencies, produce. So while those are shut down, there isn't really that much data going into the U.S. Fed to make their interest rate decisions. But the tech stocks really outweighed that today, and the Canadian markets followed sentiment higher.
And a new offering today from Bell. They're looking at offering satellite cell services as early as next year.
That's right. This is something that they're planning on rolling out to customers starting next year and kind of trialing it at that point. Now, the interesting part about this satellite cell service is this would make them the second company to offer it, but the first company to offer really a full package. Rogers partnered with Starlink earlier this year, and you can get a text to satellite option through them, but you can't use voice or data through their satellites right now. They're working on building out that functionality. But Bell Bell plans to launch with all of those services in place in 2026. They're partnering with a company called AST Space Mobile, and that company has a little bit more work to do to really finish establishing their satellite network. They have to launch a few more satellites. They'll need some regulatory approval, but overall, it'll be quite an interesting offer, particularly for people who live in more rural areas or who travel through remote areas in this country.
Okay, Leanna, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Amazon plans to hire 700 workers in Calgary for the holiday season. The shipping service says hiring will start this month and continue in waves through December. The jobs include stowing, picking, packing, sorting, and shipping orders. The company will be hiring 7,000 seasonal workers from coast to coast. Amazon is also increasing its average wage by $1 to $24.50 an hour. Still no deal between the province and Alberta's teachers. Here's Tara Nelson with a look ahead to CTV News at 6.
Hi, Ian. Both sides say they are willing to talk, but negotiations remain at a standstill. That means teachers are on track to strike Monday. Brown bagging for Calgary's kids is working to ensure that children who still need them will still have access to free lunches. Coming up at 6, we'll have details about their strike plan. Also ahead, a new quality of life survey finds affordability in Calgary remains a challenge for many. Coming up, we'll tell you how many renters say they have missed a payment in the past year. Ian.
Thank you, Tara. We've had a long, dry stretch of weather, but that could soon change, perhaps by the weekend. Right now in Calgary, mostly cloudy and 17. Danielle has details just ahead. Danielle, it's been a while since we've had some sizable amounts of rain, but that could change by Saturday, right?
Yeah, on Saturday we'll get a little bit of rainfall. A millimeter or two is certainly possible in the city in isolated areas. And I think the key thing is it's going to start to feel a little more like fall. I mean, we all knew it was coming, right? All right, so at this point it's 17 degrees at the airport. Today's high was 18. The record for this day, almost 30 degrees, 29.4. And that's holding strong from 1943. So we're not record breaking, but it is still quite toasty out there and a nice start to the month for sure. All right, when we look at the next 24 hours, and your 24-hour forecast is brought to you by 5th Avenue Volkswagen, where you can win your ride. See dealer for details or visit 5thAvVW.com. And what you need to be prepared for really is just cooler overnight, so dropping to those single digits, which means just 7 degrees at 8 a.m. Bit of a chilly start to the morning, but a high of 19 with a whole lot of sunshine throughout much of the day is what's expected for tomorrow. Ian?
Thank you, Danielle. 26 burrowing owls are getting a head start on life after being released into the wild by the Wilder Institute. Burrowing owls typically lay around 9 eggs per nest, but the smallest and youngest hatchlings often don't survive in the wild. These little ones are collected and spend their first winter at the Calgary Zoo. Then they're released in male-female pairs in hopes they'll reproduce the following spring. Last year's cohort has produced 70 fledglings across 13 nests in the wild. Burrowing owl populations are listed as endangered. Thank you for joining us. Now here's the early edition of the CTV National News.